Hey guys, the section of violence here. Oh, well, I just got back. I had to watch some teammates fight tonight. Yeah, it was a good night of fights. But let's go over the UFC event. That's what you guys came here to hear about, not about my teammates. Let's start off with Juliana Miller versus Veronica Hardy. Juliana Miller has probably some of the worst striking in the division. No head movement whatsoever. Her clinching is really hard to watch, and so is her wrestling. Um, her jiu-jitsu is a thing of beauty, but other than that, she's terrible. Um, Veronica Hardy looked a lot better than when she left us. She's still really hot. Dan is one lucky man. Um, I don't know, kind of killed all hype I had with um all the hype I had for Miller, so I don't really care who Miller fights or she fights in the UFC at all. I think she is terrible. But yeah. Let me just see who Mrs. Hardy will be fighting next. Um so Juliana Miller, you would be in our 35. So around there would be, I think, a nice fight with her and ooh, that would be fun. Natalia Silva. I want to see how that one would go. Her versus Natalia Silva is probably the fight to make, in my opinion. Or Ariana Lipsky. Either one would be cool. But I'm gonna go with Natalia Silva. That would be a cool next up match. Cool next fight for her. Veronica Silva was in danger a bit with a few submission attempts, but she survived them, and yeah, she looked really good doing it. In more ways than one. Moving on. We have Jai Herbert taking on Ludovic Klein. I'm going to mark it as a win for Jai Herbert. I did see Jai Herbert winning this fight. If it wasn't for the point deduction, he would have won. Um, I think it was a point deduction, yeah. Anyways, Jai won this fight, in my opinion. Um, he looked really good. Um, yeah, we lost by draw, but it's, I mean, we got a draw, not the best result. Jai Herbert definitely is. He's looking a lot better, but I still don't know who will be what his ceiling. I don't really know what his goals are because definitely is not becoming a champion. That's for sure. Um, let's see. Can't tell where is he? Jordan. So yeah, Jai Herbert. I think a good fight for him next would be either Jaquam Silva or Mike Davis. I'm gonna go with Mike Davis. That'll be a cool next fight. Moving on, we have Joanne Wood versus Luana Carolina. Joanne Wood won the fight. Um, she he even got some sweeps. To be honest, she didn't look the greatest. She's got a good clinch game. Her boxing is pretty rudimentary, but she looked all right. Kicking was pretty good too. Um, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the result though. Good win for Joanne. I don't know how it was a split decision, but whatever. Good win for Joanne. And her next opponent, I think, um, should be maybe a Viviane Araujo or Marina Moroz. I'm gonna go with Marina Moroz as her next fight. Moving on, Jake Hadley taking on Malcolm Gordon. It was a really easy pick. I should have just, not overthought it. Jake Hadley wins by first round TKO by body strikes. Malcolm Gordon is now 14-7 and missed weight, so he should be now out of the UFC. Um, and good riddance. Jake Hadley is not the real deal, but he's really good, and excited to see that his skills paid off in this fight. Um, let's see the next one. Jake Hadley. Jake Hadley. So yeah, so Malcolm Gordon is definitely got replaced by Jake Hadley. I think a cool fight for Jake Hadley next would be Ode Osborne. I want to see Ode Osborne versus Jake Hadley. Um, Other than that, yeah, let's go Ode Osborne. Moving on, we had Christian Leroy Duncan taking on Dusko Todorovic. Dusko hurt his leg in the early round. Unfortunate, but we cashed the max play, so that's all that matters. We won. I don't know who he should fight next, considering he didn't really get to show much of himself. Um, so he's a middleweight. So if you beat a guy like Todorovic, uh, maybe we should give you Dustin Stoltzfus, or maybe like Jamie Pickett. Give him Jamie Pickett. That's his next fight. Moving on. Lerone Murphy versus Gabriel Santos. I had Gabriel Santos winning this fight, but they gave it to Lerone Murphy. Not angry with the decision, but I do think Santos won. Um, but it's whatever. Good win for Lerone Murphy. And if I could see, no, they're featherweight. So Lerone, where is Lerone? Oh my jeez. It's crazy. Where's Murphy at? Am I just blind or? So he has to be around here. So yeah, he should be fighting. I think Billy Quarantello would be a fun one, but I think Billy has a fight, so if not Billy, rebook the Nathaniel Wood fight. Or fight Dan Ige. Fight Dan Ige. Murphy versus Dan Ige would be the fight I want to see. Moving on, we have Muhammad Makayev taking on Jafal Filo. I thought the decision prop was gonna hit for sure, but unfortunately, Makayev thinks like goes is apparently really good in that third round. Gonna keep it noted, and he got a submission win. But let's talk about that knee bar that he had to get through. He hurt his knee really bad and let it happen just so that he could get out of it and proceed to win the fight. Real next level heart from Muhammad Makayev. The guy's a beast. Jafal Philo is a wimp for tapping to a neck crank when the guy literally let his knee pop and go out and still managed to win the fight. Whatever, though, it's a difference in mentalities. Who I should see Makayev fighting next? Oh, jeez. Like the guy he beat was good. So, and how he's number 10 already. Jesus, Murphy. I think a good next fight for Makayev then would be Mateus Nicolau or Brandon Royval would probably be a good one. I'm gonna go with Brandon Royval. That would probably be his best next fight. But yeah. Moving on, we have Yanal Ashmos versus Sam Patterson. We had Sam Patterson like an idiot. I knew Ashmos was dangerous. I just didn't know how dangerous. And Patterson is really bad, man. I didn't think he was that bad, but he is that bad. Be gone, Patterson. You're a bum. Moving on. Actually, no. Yanal deserves a next opponent. Who should Yanal Ashmos face next? So, Sam Patterson. Sam Patterson. So I think a good next matchup for him would be either Trevor Peek or let's go Nazim Sadikov. I want to see Nazim Sadikov take on Nashimos. Moving on. Chris Duncan taking on Amara Morales. I thought it was a unanimous decision, but we'll take a split. Chris Duncan uses grappling to get the win. Really ugly fight. Um, but he got the win. Good for him. Happy for him. He's now 10-1, 1-0 in the UFC. Good for him. Um, for a next fight, uh, I would like to see. I would like to see Natan Levy take on. Oh, actually, I think he has a fight, but if not, Chris Duncan, or maybe a Jordan Levitt versus Chris Duncan. That would be fun. Jordan Levitt versus Chris Duncan. I want to see that. Moving on, we had Jack Shore taking on Makwan Mirkani. The lock. Jack Shore comes through. Makwan, he's done, man. He just doesn't have anything but a first round in him anymore, and even in that first round, he's labored. Good win for Jack Shore. Don't think his ceiling's too high, but do really like him. He's a good fighter. Um, and yeah, Jack Shore, everybody. Now we're going to the featherweight division. Let's see where Amir Khani stacks up in the rankings. Mr. Finland is number 39. So that means I think the next matchup for Mr. Jack Shore, I think this would be a good test for him. Um, uh, Yelan Shah would be a good next matchup for him. I really like that fight for him. Moving on, Marvin Vittori taking on Roman Dolidze. I had Marvin here, and I thought it was a unanimous decision, and that was a correct call by the judges. Roman Dolidze was just doing a whole lot of nothing. He landed some good shots, but Marvin landed more. And yeah, Marvin just, in my opinion, he outschooled him, and he's a better fighter. Good win for Marvin. A lot of these guys don't have the greatest potential for like championships, so it's hard to get excited for their future. We'll give a go for Marvin. Marvin, he just beats a really good fighter in Roman. Um, so I think a next fight for Marvin, if he doesn't want to fight his friend Strickland, I think Jared Cannonier would probably be the best option, I guess. Um, yeah, so we're gonna have to go with Cannonier. But even then, I think this is a terrible fight for him. But I'm gonna go with Cannonier as his next fight. Moving on, we had Jennifer Maia taking on Casey O'Neill. Finally, the streak is over. Casey O'Neill has finally been humbled. She isn't the prospect that we all thought she was going to be. Her striking is terrible, and her wrestling is all right actually. She stuffed all of Maia's takedowns, which pissed me off because if she would have got one takedown, I would have got $1,000 off of $50. So it is what it is. Maia won. I'm happy about that. That's all that matters. Yeah. Casey O'Neill definitely needs to go to Thailand or something because that striking is atrocious. Moving on, 125. So yeah, I do think. Where's O'Neill on the rankings? 13, 10. Yeah. I think a good fight with Jennifer or Lauren Murphy, or maybe a fight with Caitlin. Or no, I don't know. I don't think that would be a good one. A rematch with Caitlin Chikagian. There's a lot of fun fights for her if she wants. Tatiana Suarez, a lot of good ones. I'm gonna go with a rematch with Caitlin Chikagian just because it's more interesting to me. But yeah, good win for Jennifer. Moving on, we had Gunny Nelson taking on Brian Barberena. First round sub. Should have saw that coming. I didn't. Actually, did I see that coming? No, I had him by decision. Damn. Good win for Nelson. Good sub. Brian Barberena is terrible. He doesn't even deserve to be in the UFC anymore. Yeah, good win for Gunner. Good armbar win. 170. Let's see who we got next. Uh, Nelson. Is he even in the top 10 anymore? Or 20? Damn, where's Nelson at on these rankings? Nelson. Yeah, Gunnar Nelson. So he should be, is Barberena up there? All right. So he should be fighting Alex Morono. That would be the next fight for him. Next matchup, we had Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. So I didn't get to watch this fight in all. I was too busy watching my teammates fight. But Fiziev lost the fight, especially in that third round. He got pretty pieced up. I just think Fiziev's boxing is a bit overrated. And his power, he lacks a bit of power. Justin Gaethje does not lack power, and his boxing's improving. He didn't even have any scratches on his face, and that's a pretty big feat considering you're fighting Rafael Fiziev. Yeah, Rafael Fiziev's striking got exposed tonight, and yeah, it was a bit of a swing, but it is what it is, guys. You know, you can't get too upset about it. Justin Gaethje with the win. Moving on. Actually, no, I have to give him a matchup. Gaethje. It's funny how he always thinks he's gonna get a title shot after one win. So yeah, Gaethje just beat Fiziev. I think Gaethje should fight a rematch with Dustin Poirier. That would be the best fight for him, in my opinion. Next, we had Leon Edwards taking on Kamaru Usman. We changed our prediction to Leon Edwards, and he beat Kamaru Usman in the trilogy. Leon Edwards is now a transformed fighter. He is really, really good. And I'm really, really happy. Great win. I think I don't even need to do this, but um, I think he should fight Colby. If not, fight the winner of I don't know, Burns Masvidal. One of the two would be good. I really don't understand why Colby deserves a title shot. He beat frickin' George Masvidal. Great. That's not a great win to have. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, Leon versus Colby's probably next. But if it was up to me, it would be like someone like the winner of Jorge and Burns, or the winner of that would fight Colby. I don't know. But anyways, great fight. Happy for Leon. He's a true champ. And yeah, I made 14 grand, so over 280 units. Really, really happy about the night. And yeah, until next time, guys. We'll see you. We got a busy week next week, so let's crush it.